What up, Dokkaners? The part 2 banner for Global will be dropping in just a couple of days. We received the data download last night. What time exactly will the banner drop? We will talk about that, and we will talk about what is both here and not here in this data download. Folks, this is the final banner before the start of the 7-year anniversary. So this is the only thing that's between you and world domination. Do not fall for this banner. If you are tempted to summon, you might perhaps want to indulge in the legendary summon ticket. Don't waste your stones on this unit. This unit is pretty good, but it is not necessary because the 7-year LRs transcend any other LRs in existence. That being said, let's jump in. Big shout out to my boy Proton, who finally reached 3K followers. Shout out to everybody who followed him on Twitter at Proton10mg. He's my boy, and he provides the best of the best when it comes to data download information. So let's jump in. New promotional movie. I want to check that out because I want to hear the voiceover for the active skill. Physical LR Goku Piccolo. STR Bardock's EZA. This is the final EZA for that Team Bardock EZA. Unfortunately, there will not be a Team Bardock LR EZA. Just not in the cards yet. For some reason, they just don't want to do that. SBR Stage 59, which is Super Saiyan 2. 12th Peton Battle. We've only had 12. That's it. Explosive Chain Battle number 17 versus King Cold. Now, this is actually kind of hilarious, and I do want to take a look at that. So let me actually pull this up. We'll look at this in the end. But Chain Battle finally giving us King Cold is actually quite funny. It's been a long time since that unit was actually supposed to drop, so we'll look at that later on. And then the legendary summon ticket. So we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, this is a global W because if you do want to summon, you don't have to waste your stones. You can instead possibly use the summoning ticket. We'll have to see if this is going to be a Pilaf's Trove or a Pilaf's Scam. Now, let's quickly take a look at the promotional movie. I haven't heard the active skill voiceover yet on global, so I want to hear if this is good. And then we will go through the rest of it. Did it say shaft? Hold on. Oh, waft.
I never really understood just how the story.
That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. That's pretty good. They both sound really good. Sean really delivers with that one. That sounds really good. All right, so there's the promotional movie. So now let's take a look at when the banner's going to be dropping. Folks, the banner's going to be dropping on the 19th of June at 11:30 p.m. PDT. For me. But what time does that mean for you? Let's jump over to Dayful.com. I think we're going to make a game of this from now on. Folks, when it comes to listing out countries for this Dayful.com thing, I always miss a couple of countries here and there, and that's just an L on my part. I simply cannot go through every single country or region or territory. So instead, this is what I'm going to do from now on. If I miss your country, or, you know, because obviously most of you understand that I'm not able to cover every country, but if I miss one and you want to know, on the next video that I do like this, where I talk about when the banner is going to be dropping, post your country or territory in the comments, and then I'll try to get to it on the next video by looking back at this one. So I did this on the previous video, I think, and I got some countries and regions here. So we're going to go over some of these, and then, like I said, if I miss it, post it in the comments. I'll try to get to it in the next one. But of course, most of you should understand that this is not really that big a deal. You know, let's just try it anyway. All right, so to start things off, 11:30 p.m. Los Angeles, June 19th, 2022. What time does that mean for you? If you live in New Jersey, it'll be 2:30 a.m. June 20th, 2022. New Jersey, I got a couple comments about this one. Also, Miss Marvel takes place in New Jersey, which is kind of cool. I'm actually really loving that show. If you guys are watching that, let me know how you guys like it. Don't say any spoilers, obviously, but let me know how you like it. If you live in the Netherlands, shout out to the Netherlands. It will be 8:30 a.m. June 20th, 2022 when Goku Piccolo drops. If you live in Pakistan, shout out to all the Pakistanis, the Pakistuns. That's a good one. It'll be 11:30 a.m. June 20th, 2022. Again, another Miss Marvel shout out. They do a really good job of representing the Pakistani culture, which is pretty cool. If you live in India, it'll be high noon, June 20th, 2022. Shout out to my tunes in India. If you live in Brazil, it will be 3:30 a.m. Wow, I've actually memorized the time difference. Wow. 3:30 a.m. June 20th, 2022. If you live in Puerto Rico, US, it will be 2:30 a.m. June 20th, 2022. If you live in Poland, it will be 8:30 a.m. June 20th, 2022. Guys, this is why I don't cover a lot of countries that you might normally want, because I've already covered that time zone. That's why. If you live in Greece, it will be 9:30 a.m. June 20th, 2022. If you live in Germany, it will be 8:30 a.m. June 20th, 2022. If you live in Spain, same time. If you live in Toronto, It'll be 2:30 a.m. June 20th, 2022. If you live in New Zealand, you a Kiwi down there. Actually, wait, is Kiwi New Zealand or is that Australian? I apologize. I'm so sorry. It will be 6:30 p.m. June 20th, 2022. If you live in Alaska, it will be 10:30 p.m. June 20th, 2022. That is 1 hour earlier than LA. And then if you live in Indonesia, it will be 2:30 p.m. June 20th, 2022. So you can see there was a lot of overlap here, which is exactly why I don't cover a lot of the same time zones, but whatever. Let me know in the comments if there's a country or region that I missed and you guys would like me to shout out in the next video when I do something like this, and I'll try to do it. But anyway, moving on now. We also have the Peton Battle release date announced, 6/26, so the 26th of June, about a week after, at 11:30 PDT. And now let's take a look at the celebration. So this is, like I said many times, this is the part 2 for the Raditz Dokkan Festival campaign. Raditz, of course, is the second Dokkan Festival campaign to release on JP after the 7-year anniversary. This will in fact not be dropping on global until after the 7-year anniversary as well, but the part 2 will be dropping now. This part 2 is now being transferred over as the part 2 for the Ginyu celebration. A lot of people were wondering if we were going to be getting the AGL Turles EZA. It is 99% likely that we will not be getting that. There's always a chance that they do drop some sort of last minute data download or surprise us with something, because at this point Dokkan has been known to throw a wrinkle or two when it comes to like JP versus global campaigns. So if we do end up getting the AGL Turles EZA, I would be genuinely surprised, and it would be a welcome surprise, but I don't think it's going to happen. And now another big surprise and a glaring omission from the part 2 data download assets is the surprising lack of world tournament stuff in the data download. Now, I don't know if this means that we could be still getting that in the future. I still feel like we're going to be getting a world tournament during this next couple of weeks, but I don't know. JP is in the middle of their world tournament as we speak. I'm very shocked that global hasn't been giving any sort of indication that we'll be getting one as well. But if we were to get it, then it would feature the Goten and General Tao and blah blah blah. So we'll have to wait and see what the fate is for the Turles EZA in the world tournament. Not that I'm complaining, it's just that I would like this to be done before the 7-year so that I just don't have to think about this for a couple of months, you know? I don't want to have to think about this during the 7-year anniversary because I've got a lot on my mind at that time. Editing, collabs, all that other stuff. It's going to be a very busy time for me. Last thing I want is to devote 2 days to the stupid world tournament. So hopefully they give us that this time before the 7-year anniversary. Now, lastly, Chain Battle. King Cold is the 27th boss on JP. King Cold released quite some time ago, and since then we have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Chain Battle bosses have released since. 4 out of them have also released on global. So I don't know why this just King Cold just fell through the cracks, but it is what it is. Let's quickly just take a look at what categories are going to be needed for King Cold, so those of you who do care can actually somewhat prepare. Why is it at 22? I thought it was 25. Whatever. Where's King Cold? All right, King Cold category: Entrusted Will, Wicked Bloodline, Super Saiyans. These are the 3 categories that you have to deal with. It's going to be mainly the Trunks show. So if you got Trunks, you're going to be good. If you got Frieza, you're going to be good. I don't remember off the top of my head. I will do a video, obviously, on the Chain Battle when it releases, so I can talk about which are the best units to use for your support line. But as of right now, this is all that we got. And yeah, I don't really know exactly why it shows 1 through 28 here, but it doesn't show it here. Whatever. It's Chain Battle. Most of you probably don't care, but I still think it's really funny that King Cold took this long to drop. This released in November. Look at that, November 18th, 2021. Let's go. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments, are you excited for the LR Goku Piccolo release? Do you care? Do you not? How many stones do you have saved for the 7-year anniversary? Are you going to be spending a little bit on this banner? If so, how much? And let me know your thoughts on anything else coming up in global. Do you guys want that world tournament? Do you want that Turles EZA? Talk to me in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and always remember to Dokkan responsibly. Yeah.